Okay, ang goal ko rito, I'm trying to paint how mom and dad sees daughter. Okay? So, between you and dad, you're the little tomboy na magsusports tayo para at least carry mo yung sarili mo.
Very strong.
Di ba? Kay Daddy Joel, ganon. Kay Mommy Arlene naman, ano ang conversation nyo pag kayong dalawa lang?
Maybe you could do pageants. Like maybe you can apply that and...
Isn't it nice to have a mom like that?
Oh, I love her. We fight a lot.
Because?
I think we just have so many ideas.
Welcome to the Pacos Place podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Sendwave and ABBA e-Services.
And the podcast will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, live at Pacos Place, Miss Alyanna Joelle. How are you?
I'm great, Pa. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, ang tanong ko sa'yo dito is, you're on a journey of what? Are we doing entertainment? Because a while ago, when you came into the studio, you had a sash. I want to know what the sash is.
Yes. So I'm pursuing pageantry at the moment and simultaneously modeling. And I feel like I just apply it to my everyday life.
So everyday life, what's an everyday event for you?
An everyday event for me, going to school.
And you're in high school, college?
I'm in college. So I'm a second-year college
What
student.
are you taking up?
I'm majoring in business marketing.
Business marketing, tapos modeling in the future. What's the end goal? And the reason why I'm asking is because ang ganda ng ng sinasabi mo, like you're doing pageantry, which is nice, which is in line with modeling. Tapos ang
business.
Tapos business, di ba? Tapos business major in marketing, di ba? They all tie in together.
They do, and that's why I think that's just why I continuously pursue it, because it's not an easy thing to try and conquer, especially as a 19-year-old Filipino woman in this time and generation. And so that's also why I utilize my platform to really just showcase that it is possible.
Right.
You know, I may not be there yet, but I have a sense of direction as to where I want to go. And I know that it's going to be hard, but I'm willing to take on whatever life throws my way so that I can achieve what I want to achieve.
So let's talk about childhood. How many siblings do you have?
I have one sibling.
Younger, older?
Younger po.
Boy, girl?
Boy. Leo J.
Leo J. So LJAJ.
Yes. It's my parents' initials.
Talaga? Okay.
Yeah, and fun fact about my brother's name, if you read it backwards, it's my dad's name.
If I read it backwards, so Leo J. Joelle. Oh, wow.
They got really creative, but then with mine it was just...
Ikaw naman, Arlene, because your mom's name is Arlene. Shout out to you, Arlene. So, Arlene Joelle, kaya AJ.
Yeah. They got really creative with their names.
Buti walang H, no? Kasi kapampangan ng nanay mo. No? Bakit, Arlene? Dapat ginawa mo tong...
I'm just Alyanna.
Alyanna, di ba? So, okay. Growing up, did you know na gusto mo nang sumali sa mga beauty pageant?
No. Absolutely not. No.
Aminin mo yung totoo. Pinilit ka ba ng nanay mo?
Yes, the very first time. My very, very first pageant.
Alam mo, I want to talk about that. Kasi,
yes.
Minsan kasi,
some people are like, oh, I was born for it.
Or yung iba pinoproject nila sa anak nila di ba?
I don't think it was projecting. I think it was more my mom saw it as an opportunity. Kasi I always loved...
Okay, why did she see it as an opportunity? May nakita siya sa'yo, in fairness to your mom. Okay? What were you doing na...
I always loved dressing up. And then I always just loved getting ready for no reason, just to stay home. And I loved creating videos. That's the thing. So ever since, I've always loved creating videos. So that's why what I'm doing now as a social media influencer, it makes younger me happy because I know, okay, that's always what I wanted.
Okay, so you're 19 in 2023. So 2013 you were 9. 2012 you were 8. Sige, sino Disney character mo? Sino Disney princess mo?
My Disney princess? I don't know. There's so many. My Disney princess would have to be... I feel like everybody thinks I'm going to say Mulan because that's what they always say. but it's Princess Jasmine.
Why?
I think she just has a very mysterious, but she's still very like, she, no doubt she's gorgeous, but she's very mysterious. It's either Princess Jasmine or Meg from Hercules.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so yun yung mga princesses mo, di ba?
Opo.
So nung 8 ka, nung 9 ka, was this the time na nakita ng nanay mo na may opportunity or were you older?
I think it was throughout, like as I was getting older, because when I was younger too, it's not like, oh, I wanted to dress up as a princess all the time. I actually,
So you were trying to make trends.
I guess, I'm not sure.
The reason why I'm asking, I just had an argument with my 8-year-old daughter today.
Aba.
Kasi gusto niya gumawa ng trend. Medyo nasasyak ako, 8 years old lang tong batang to. And I'm not seeing opportunity. I am seeing red.
Red. And that's very fair. My mom constantly sees red, but then, you never know where it'll take you. So,
Okay, so nakita niya yung opportunity. So paano kanya dinala dun sa alam mo, mag-pageant tayo?
it was my senior year of high school po. And for my first 3 years of high school, I was in a different school. But then obviously the pandemic hit and a lot changed within that time. And that's also when I acquired my social media platform. But senior year, it was just a bunch of new things. And I think that was when we were getting back into the groove of like life again after quarantine. And yeah, so I was just trying new things, and my mom was just like, hey, while we're trying new things, there's this pageant, you should go try it. You know?
So what was in your head? Were you like, sure, mom?
Oh, no. It took a fight and a half to get me to
Kwento.
the screening.
We all want to hear how that thing goes.
Ano ba, the screening?
The prodding, the convincing.
Oh, yes. I just, at the time, so in my high school career, I was actually a basketball player, and that's why
Because you're tall, yeah.
I'm okay. But that was also the reason why I stopped playing basketball. Well, first of all, because I had a really bad injury, but then I was tall, but not tall enough.
Okay.
You know, and the thing is that basketball was just a constant struggle. I was seeing more like, I was more disappointed with myself than being like proud, like, oh, okay, I've made progress.
Was mom encouraging you to do basketball, to do sports?
No, that was my dad.
That was your dad.
So he's the one that's more just like, yes, go get him. This, you have to train this, you have to practice that. But my mom was also the one taking me to every practice ever.
So between you and your dad, ang goal ko rito, I'm trying to paint how mom and dad sees daughter. Okay? You know?
Opo.
So, between you and dad, you're the little tomboy na magsusports tayo
Opo.
para at
Basically.
least carry mo
Yeah,
yung sarili mo.
very strong.
Di ba?
Opo.
Kay Daddy Joel, ganon. Kay Mami Arlene naman, ano ang conversation nyo pag kayong dalawa lang?
My mom is like my best friend. So I'm not sure how she sees me.
Kasi sinabi mo, she saw the opportunity,
She did
right?
see the opportunity within me.
Basketball player, di ba? Pandemic, then basketball player.
Opo.
She just didn't say, halika mag-pageantry tayo. It wasn't
Hindi
that,
po.
right? There has to be some marketing convincing involved.
I think it was the fact that for videos, like this was when I was starting from scratch. Like I only had 25 followers. It was only my
So may
friends.
kinalaman ng social media platform mo.
Opo. And so
Your mom was looking at it also.
I feel like that played a big factor as to why she was just like, hey, you're able to get ready in front of the camera, make these videos. Because I've always loved feeling like I'm in a music video. So that was kind of the videos that I would create during quarantine po, where I'm just lip syncing to songs or I'm like slow-moing myself. And I think she just saw that as like, maybe you could do pageants. Like maybe you can apply that. And I don't know.
Galing, no?
We have a thing where with my walk where she's just like, do the slow-mo. Where it's like,
Isn't it nice to have a mom like that?
oh, I love her.
Right? Instead of,
We fight a lot, but I love her because
wait. You fight a lot because?
I think we just have so many ideas constantly and just different opinions on things. And I'm always talking to my mom. If that's anything, people know about me is that I'm always talking to her, and I tell her everything too. And there's good and there's the bad with that, because there's a lot of things that we agree on, but then there's also a lot of things that we disagree on. And I think that's like the root of like our arguments, because we're also, I get this from her. I'm very passionate whenever I talk.
Hey there, if you've ever thought of sending money to your loved one in the Philippines but figured out it was so complicated, let me introduce you to SendWave. I've been using SendWave for over a year now, and let me tell you that sending money to the Philippines has never been easier. If you or people you know live in the United States, Canada, some parts of Europe like the UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Belgium, and even Ireland, you're in luck because you can send money fee-free to your loved ones in the Philippines. The process is super fast and easy. Of course, you'll need your smartphone, and you'll need to download the SendWave app to your smartphone. Setting up and registering for the first time is also a breeze. It's very, very self-explanatory. I'll post a link in the description on the step-by-step method of setting up your account. But then again, once you're all set, you can send money to your loved ones in the Philippines and they'll receive it within minutes. And mind you, this goes to the recipient's GCash, bank account, or cash collect in the Philippines. And because you're from the Pacos Place community, and if this is your first time sending money to the Philippines, when you register, don't forget to put promo code PACO24. Again, that's PACO24. So that when you send to your loved one or your friends in the Philippines for the first time, you get a $20 credit toward your first transfer. So what are you waiting for? Click on the SendWave link in the description for more info and start sending love to your loved ones in the Philippines. For here, for there, for home. SendWave. Now back to the program.
I'm very passionate whenever I talk, and she is too. So when we argue, it's arguing till death. Like, it's real.
So who wins?
Oh, she always wins. Yeah. Yeah. I'll take that loss. Even though I can be 1,000 times right, but mom is righter.
Does she know you have a boyfriend?
Wala po. I don't. That was a very nice try. That was a very nice try because she knows everything. She knows everything. Wala. Edi, wala. That was very good. You can cut to the camera. You can see my initial reaction. I looked at you. No.
Is there a conversation with regard to boyfriends or wala?
With my mom or with my dad? Because those are two different
I want to know. I really want to know. Actually, feeling ko para sa akin to because I have a little daughter.
Yeah.
You remind me of her.
Really?
Or the other way. Oh, when I'm not, silang dalawang magnanay, kirikay silang dalawa
Oh, yes.
pag ano.
It's always chica time whenever it's with my mom.
When I'm there, your dad's
it's
there
silent,
na.
quiet. No more.
Ganon.
No more talking.
So, your relationship, both of it, the dynamics, like, do you talk about boys?
Oh, I talk about everything with my mom. So yes, boys, school, like pageants, the chica with pageants, and yeah, just whatever you can think of, I talk about it with my mom.
With your dad?
Oh, it's very limited. I will keep that. I will keep that to
example. Like what's a conversation like with your dad?
I'll just talk about like school.
Oh.
I feel like that's enough to like talk about him. Talk
to him about.
Talk to him about.
Yeah.
And then it's enough to bore him too, where he's just like, like, I don't want to talk to you no more, Because eventually I'll just keep talking about school that he'll be like, and he'll just leave.
So there, na-set up na natin, guys. Mom is here, dad is there, and then dumating ang pageant.
Yes.
So how did you present that to dad na, Dad, I'm gonna wear a bikini, Dad, this is what's gonna happen, blah, 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 all that.
I think he was pretty game about it, to
really?
be honest. Yeah. I think
Did you figure out that he was gonna be game, or were you kind of hesitant na?
I think he was helping my mom get me there. I'm not sure, but I feel like the reason why he was game about it, Because it's not just, oh, I'm walking in bikinis for fun. There's still that aspect of competition.
So,
So,
yung basketball napunta lang dun sa
yes.
pageantry.
So that's why it's all like, it all just kind of like interconnects for some odd reason, but it works.
So, when you're doing the pageantry, is dad and mom very supportive of you?
Opo, yes, extremely.
Ano paano naman si Leo J?
He's living. He's breathing, you know. He's there.
Parang, and then there's me.
and then there's Leo J over there. No, he's very supportive too. And I think that's something that a lot of like kids face now, is that they always feel like, or they're scared that they have to live under somebody's shadow. But that's something I'm very proud of him for, because even at the age of 14, he realized like, oh no, I don't want to just be known as like Alyanna's sister. This, or oh, that's your sister. Yeah, I'm proud that he's paving his own way, even at his age. Like this is the most dedicated I've seen anybody.
So what does he do?
Basketball.
Siya ang nag-basketball.
Yeah, so he continued that dream for my dad.
So family of 4, growing up with an intact family.
Yeah.
You know, that's rare nowadays, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Are you grateful?
I'm extremely grateful, because I've seen our progression. Because I'm gonna be honest, like,
you have to. This is your episode.
Yeah, there was a point where I wasn't grateful for it, because I was a teenager. I was very young. I was just stupid.
It's all about me.
It's all about me, and my parents are just stopping me from having fun. My little brother's annoying. This. I don't want to be home. It was a mess. But then,
when did you come back to Earth?
I think I came back to Earth my first year of college. So it wasn't until later, because that's when I really realized that like I'm able to do a lot of the things that I'm doing now because of them.
Right.
And I was just so like blind to that, because I was always so focused on myself. But then when I realized like, oh, mom, even though she works like this many hours of the day, if I say, oh, I have to go to this event after, she's immediately, you know. And my dad, he appreciates what I do, and he expresses it in a very interesting way, but I can still feel the love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like he struggles communicating that, but he's able to do it in an odd way where
Yes.
I understand, because it's a dad. And you know, I feel like it'd be weird if he was just like, yes, go do this, go model, like go
Right.
like da-da-da-da. But I appreciate that about him, where it's just like, he's still my dad, but then he's still also my number one supporter.
Sige. Okay, so let's set it up para sa mga kids na nanonood and parents na na-frustrate because they feel that they're losing their 14, 15-year-old kids. Okay?
Yeah.
So when you were abducted by aliens, right? And then it's all about me. This is my world. You don't understand what I'm going through.
Yeah.
To think that they were once teenagers, right? And mga ganon. So there was annoyance in your head, and your energy was like,
It was off.
it was deflecting everybody else. When you realized na hindi pala, ang tanong ko is, how did you realize? Like yung slow cooking realization na, oh my God, cool pala tong tatay ko, or oh my God, napaka selfless pala ng nanay ko. When did those things come about?
I think it honestly started with me, but because underlyingly, like when I was younger, I always found like something wrong with myself, or I always found something wrong with everything. And so that's why I realized like, oh my goodness.
Why do you say that?
Like it's reflecting. I think social media, even though I work as a social media influencer, I feel like when it's used for all the wrong reasons, and like at the time I was very easily influenced, and so I was seeing things and I would constantly compare my life to it and be like, oh, it's so boring, like I'm not doing that. There's this and this person and they're able to go do this. Why am I not able to go do that?
So
I'm stuck at
ganon,
home. It's very real. And so that's why I really make an extra effort on my platform. But like whenever I do post something or whenever I do celebrate something, I'm not just like, oh, look at me, like be proud of me. I make sure that I include something that's just like, and you can too.
Like you can do this.
Yes.
Diba?
Like my purpose is to really help like uplift, elevate, and inspire these people that, you know, the things that they could only dream of doing, it's possible.
Especially young women.
Yes, most especially young women. And that's something that I've been advocating for in the last 2 pageants that I joined, is just Asian American representation within the industry. And so, yeah, like I just feel like that's something that we really need nowadays, because how can we be helped or heard if we're not seen?
And you know what? Maganda yung sinabi mo eh. Whether you join the pageant or not, the fact that you have a community, you have a platform. What platform specifically, tell our audience, are you in?
I'm on Instagram. That is at ALYANNA.JOELLE.
We'll put that in the description. Yeah.
Alyanna.Joelle. And I'm on TikTok. And that's just Kimmy Love.
So TikTok, what do? You dance, you sing,
I honestly keep up with a lot of trends, but then I also post, like, I love making like cute day vlog videos, and I still do my music videos to this day.
Do you sing talaga, no?
I used to, and I know that's definitely something my mom wants me to get back into. I think because I've just been so focused on like pageants and modeling, I haven't been able to like just sit down in my room, because I have the setup. I have the mic and I have my computer and everything, because that's what I really used to pursue.
Right.
But yeah, ever since modeling and pageantry, I haven't had the time to really delve into that passion.
Let's talk about pageantry, because what you're saying really makes perfect sense. Tapos, you're thrown in with a bunch of women who also have a good head on their shoulder.
Yes.
Whether we admit it or not, egos are gonna fly.
Oh yeah.
It's there. Andyan na yung fake friends, andyan na yung fair-weathered friends, andyan na yung spying friends. It's like a reality show. How do you stay grounded when you're amongst them? And how do you stay true to yourself? Feeling ko para akong host. Para ako si Steve Harvey na nagtatanong. No, but it's an honest question.
I think for me, what I do is just, regardless of who or what they've done, I always just treat them nicely, and I always treat them with kindness. And that's something that I really emphasize on, is that every room that I step into, I just want to exude like great energy, because it goes back to when I was younger, and I always just felt so like, oh, there's something wrong. But now that I'm older and I've like gone past that, and just, you know, like I've just grown out of it. Yes. And now, like, no matter what, even though, okay, let's say I walk into a room and it's just dead, like I'll do whatever I can to be like, okay, say tayo, you know, like let's go do something, let's have fun.
Right.
Because I also feel like life is so short, and too short to be angry at the world. And
you know, that's true, huh?
Yeah.
So 3 pageants, modeling, how did that start naman?
Because of pageantry. And so I was able to make a lot of connections, and then my mom was constantly seeing like castings sa online po, or on Instagram.
So she's helping you with those things.
Oh,
no?
yes.
Can you imagine, di ba? While other kids have it differently, like yung parents sila are so discouraging.
Yeah, and they feel like they have to deal with everything on their own. I have my mom. She's literally like my backbone. She helps me organize everything, because it is chaotic.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, you could see the paper. Like,
she drove you here also.
She also drove me here because I don't have a license. So I'm stuck with her.
You don't have a license?
Not yet.
Why?
Well,
Yan muna pag-usapan natin because kids now, di ba Arlene, kids nowadays, ayaw mag-drive.
Well, no.
So there's so much accessible transportation.
Well, yeah.
Well, she's also my personal Uber, so.
Pero buti lang to si Kaylan, he drives eh.
No, that's very good, as you should. I need to get on that. I'm literally gonna be 20 this year, and I don't have my license.
So but bago tayo bumalik sa modeling, yan muna driving ang pag-usapan natin.
It's just never been a priority.
Can I put something in your head that may change the mindset?
Oh yes, because I mean, I'm already planning on taking it soon.
If something happens to your mom, and it's just both of you, as it always is, the way I see it,
Yeah.
you might end up killing your mom. That's a fact. I'm just saying it, ha?
I don't know.
Kasi may mga pamangkin ako na yun din ang sinasabi ko sa kanila, learn how to drive. Because when
Yeah.
it's you and your dad, and something happens to your dad on the street,
Then
it gets very, very messy if you don't know how to drive.
That's the thing, is that I do know how to drive.
She does.
I do. I've driven her a couple of times. She might have gotten scared, like she might have gotten a little scared, but who doesn't get
Ayaw
scared?
mo lang mag-test.
No, it's not
I don't
that.
think it was that. I think it was just she just got busy with the schedule for the pageant, and then
I genuinely did get busy. Because
What?
I was the one that's like, hey, let's go to the DMV so I can...
Susunod, pagkatapos ng pageant, babalik ka rito at siguraduhin mo yung driver's license.
I'll take my...
Kuya Paco, here's my driver's license.
I'm officially licensed.
Okay, now let's go back to modeling. So finally, eto na. What was your first modeling stint?
My first modeling... Was it CIE? Yes, it was a CIE modeling show.
Okay,
Yeah, so that one is not within the Filipino community, and I was able to be a part of that because my mom had found it on social media, and she was just like, just go to the casting, see what happens.
it looks glamorous, but it really is hard work.
Oh, it's a lot of work.
Explain it to our audience because ang nakikita na lang nila is a shiny object eh. Di ba?
That's true.
Pag nakikita na nila yung stills or yung photographs or yung billboards or kung anong posters, hindi nila alam yung weight, yung everything, yung fasting that goes. Can you explain everything?
Yeah, actually, I don't. I feel like that's a common misconception, is that like we have to diet.
O sa una lang yan. But talk to me when you're 29, ha?
But
Pero,
yeah,
you
no,
know what?
I eat like
Teka, sandali. Alam mo, AJ, in the future, I hope you're watching this. Ilagay mo sa comment dito sa episode na to kung hindi ka pa rin nagpa-fasting, okay?
But yeah, I mean, currently I'm not. But AJ in the future, I don't know. I don't know, man. You gotta
Di
keep
ba?
up with the time.
Exactly. Okay. So 19, hindi ka nagpa-fasting. But what goes on sa behind the scene before the shoot?
So before even going to that, I had to get something called a comp card done. And I didn't know what that was
What is it?
until...
I don't know what it is.
A comp card is basically a business card for models. And so, you know how a normal business card, it has your picture and then your information. It's basically the same thing, but this one is like almost portfolio. So that the designer or the producers of a show can see beforehand, okay, this is what you look like on paper and this is what you look like in real life. And so we had to go get those done. And yeah, and I think the thing about modeling is that you're gonna have to be comfortable with the idea of uncertainty.
Expound on that. That's so nice. I want... Expound.
Yeah, because there's gonna be a billion shows. And the thing is that you're not guaranteed to walk or be a part of all shows. So you have to go there and just really just always give your best effort from the get. And it doesn't matter like, okay, you had a long day, this is this. You have one shot. And like you have one chance. And that's the thing, is that it's set up where there's just like a table.
Wow.
And then it's a panel of people. And then they're like, okay, walk. And then you just have to walk there. And then that's it. And I'm not even mentioning how long you have to wait to even get the opportunity to walk. Because there's how many models, you know,
So, oh, wow.
in LA. I think the most I've ever waited in was just like 500 people.
Now, when you say walk, there's a certain strut that you have to do.
Yeah, it's
It's
very
not
different
just-
from pageantry.
It's not just walking.
No, it's very different from pageantry, which I did not know until like I did my
Kwento,
first show.
tell us how. Oh my God! So when they said walk,
When they said walk, like I was just like, okay, you know. And if you watch my video, it looks like I have like something stuck in my butt, you know.
Parang-
Yeah, like I'm very stiff because I'm also like nervous. It's
Right.
nerve-wracking. You're walking individually in front of a line of people, and the thing is that they can't react.
oh,
So they have to have a still face,
Yeah.
and they're kind of just looking at you, and you see them writing, and you never know.
So did you have to go to school for walking? Is there a walking school?
I did a kind of just like a crash course boot camp,
Is that what it's called? Walking school?
modeling school.
Modeling
I
school,
think
walking
modeling
school.
Walking school. I think that's different.
Okay, go. So modeling school. So crash course.
Yeah,
They
so it
really
was
teach you
only
how
like-
to walk.
Yes, because there's different styles. I didn't know that either until I took that crash course, which was only like 2 days. But within those 2 days, I learned so much about it.
Now, is the walking having to do with an internal mindset?
Persona.
Okay.
Persona and like, I feel like walking or modeling is also a form of acting. Because there's European style, there's New York, there's LA, and there's like
May
just
ganon, ha?
regular. Yeah. And I didn't know that existed until I took that boot camp.
So wait, is that something that like Kaylan, Kuya JJ, and myself can take?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Just to learn how to walk,
I'm pretty
diba?
sure.
Para ti Salva, nasa New York kami. Oh, New York walk.
And there's the New York walk. Yes. And then you might even get scouted by somebody doon there. And then they're gonna be like, oh, walk for New York
So may
Fashion
ganon
Week.
talaga.
Yes.
And it builds confidence.
It does.
Okay, so now that you've done the walk, it's easy for you to actually see others. He's doing this kind of walk or she's doing this kind of walk. Nakikita mo na.
You're able to see it now because like it's really, I'm telling you, the persona and the energy, that's a huge thing for modeling too, because if you think about it, you're being presented to a room full of people and
Right.
it's one at a time. So it's really like the energy that you just bring or the persona that you just like showcase to everybody.
I'm looking at your stilettos. No? Taas niyan. That's like,
It's like,
ganito,
is that?
mga 6.
I think
It's a 6, right?
Yeah.
So when you're walking, sa catwalk ang tawag doon, di ba? Nakita mo yung mga TikTok videos or Instagram reels na nahuhulog sila.
Oh yeah.
Does that go in your head na, oh my God, I hope it doesn't happen
I
to
feel
me?
like if I have that in my head, I'm actually gonna fall. So I'd rather not think about that. But it's definitely crossed my mind. I'll be like, oh my
Ako na
God.
sa stress, guys. Okay, go.
No, it's definitely crossed my mind. I think there's one instance, mom knows this, is the, I think it was my very first New York Fashion Week. And it was just, I had to wear this big, like, costume with wings. But the thing is that,
Was it heavy, the wings?
oh no, I think it was fine.
Okay.
Or I could just be strong. I don't know.
Okay.
But there's they added a component. And so initially it was just supposed to be like a normal like walk.
Yeah.
But then they were just like, no, let's add the stage. And the stage was so tall. I think it was about the same height as me. But the stage was like not even like this, but just think wood, but like where it's
like
chipped.
thin. Oh,
Like chipped already. So I'm
So-
trying to walk with these there. And I think that was just like, I think that was the first time ever where it's in my head. I'm like, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall.
But do they teach you ba, Arlene, na like sa modeling school, if you fall, you just say, kaya nyo to? Is that how it is ba?
I think it's just, you know, if you fall, roll over, do a pose, get up. That's my plan. If I ever fall, knock on wood, I ever fall. If I do, I'm rolling over, doing a I'm hitting one of these and I'm getting up.
Grabe, no? Kasi sa music industry, kami ni na Kuya JJ, when we're up on stage and when we're performing, when we make mistakes, the trick is to do the mistake again.
To do it again.
Yes.
Yeah, but this one you can't
You
keep
can.
falling.
Kaya nga ikaw, when you fall, you roll.
You just roll. You
then-
talk and roll. See? Like that.
With confidence.
Oh, always.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, confidence is at the core of what you do, whether it's pageantry, whether it's modeling.
Yes.
Right? Itanong ako sa'yo. Having the confidence that you have now, if you were to do a pickup game with your former basketball friends,
She's actually the one that has told me to stop.
no, but let's hypothetically having your internal now, di ba? Kasi,
I do pickup games. I still do.
pero
in
do
my
you notice the
college.
difference of having?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yes, because I feel like when I was like within my first 3 years of playing high school basketball, I was constantly like, I remembered vividly in my head, it was always just like, you're gonna mess up, or oh, you can't do that, or
you're not tall enough.
yes,
Mga ganon,
and I'm always
di ba?
second guessing myself. Like I get the ball, I panic, I throw it to the referee or something. But
Sobrang panic yun.
like as in panic, like I didn't have composure.
Right.
I think, but now the difference is that I have that, you know how I said it's like
Yep,
acting for
yep.
modeling? Yeah, I just pretend I'm like Michael Jordan or
So,
something.
yun nga, di ba? So, it
Yeah.
affects your whole persona.
Oh,
no?
yes. I think I have modeling and pageantry to thank because the confidence that I built there, it affected my whole life. And I feel like I just carry that
There you go.
within myself and just how I carry myself in everything that I do.
You know how it is when people say, study stand-up comedy. Kahit hindi ka maging comedian because it can help with your confidence.
Yeah.
Do you think going to modeling school can help with someone else's confidence kahit hindi sila maging model?
Definitely. Yeah, I think that Crash Course boot camp was perfect. Well, especially for me because I'm a fast learner. But something that like I feel like it's hard to believe, but watching videos or just people, like it helps you channel something. Or that's how I like prepare for my runways, is that like I have a vision board of what I want to look like and then I watch it. Like I think for me, one of the most prominent people that I watch is Naomi Campbell
Oh my God. I like Naomi Campbell.
because she's iconic.
Mga gusto ko dati nung era ni Naomi is si Naomi Campbell, Claudia Schiffer, of course, The Body, Elle Macpherson. Yung tatlong yun.
Those three.
Oh yeah. Like, have you seen Elle Macpherson?
No, I'm gonna be honest. I only know the first one that you named.
Sige. Oh my God.
Should I check?
Yeah, check Ellemme MC.
ELLE.
Tapos last name Macpherson. She's called The Body. Look at her, the way she stands, the way she
What is
poses.
it? MA
ELLE, tapos MC,
MC.
tapos PHER.
I found her. This one.
Yeah, but look at her images, yung mga dati niya. The way... Lumabas ba? Hanapin natin.
What year?
Oh my God, 90s, no? Or...
Like ito.
Hindi pa yan eh. Yung mga
Really?
modeling shots niya, yeah, matanda na siya dyan eh. Wait, Elle Macpherson. There you go. Images. Di ba? Show that to the camera. Show that. Jay, oh.
Can you,
Oh,
you see
yan,
that?
oh.
Wait,
Ito,
is it-
ako. You got it?
Go ahead.
Yan, oh. Oh. Diba? Oh.
Every angle, get it. Yes.
Diba? That's the body. Oh. Ganda.
Yeah,
Ewan ko ba?
that's understandable.
Tapos si Claudia Schiffer is another one. Yan ang kasabay ni na ano eh.
So we walked for Versace. I think it was for Versace.
Claudia was together with David Copperfield before, di ba? Yeah, Claudia.
But she
Ito po.
still looks good to this.
Yan. Oh my God. Yan ang mga OG.
Yes, and I think that a lot of the videos that I watch, because my mom sends them all to me, those are like That's my vision board. Because I think the thing with them is that they were just doing what came natural to them. And I think now that's something that is commonly like confused, where people feel like they have to be perfect, they have to look like this, they have to do that. But I think watching those, like it just gives me the idea like you don't have to be perfect, just be iconic.
That's a good way of saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Vision board. Talk to the parents. Because like ako, I say that to my kids na you really have to have a vision board.
Yeah.
Because that's a tangible thing that you have to see yourself.
Yeah, and I feel
in
like
the
it's a
future.
form of like manifestation.
Manifestation, yeah.
Yes, because I'm a visual learner myself, and I realized that like growing up, because said like I would have such a hard time like hearing things, and that's why lectures from my mom.
Oh, selective hearing ka ba?
Yes.
Throw the trash.
Oh, wait.
Didn't hear you.
No, I won't even respond. Like
Wash the dishes.
mine is very selective
Didn't
hearing.
hear you.
Yeah. But if it's time to go out, like let's go to the mall, I'm there. I'm already in the car. She doesn't have to call from me. Doon na ako po.
Oh my God. So vision board. Remind the parents how important it is to encourage their kids to have one.
Yeah, well, I feel like your kids should expand on their dreams, and they should really visualize it, and just have their own idea of what their dreams are. And yeah, social media is like, it's not always the best, but it helps. And I feel like that is one of our most like
Galing,
prominent.
It helps, huh?
It's one of our most prominent forms right now. And that's something that's so easily accessible to everybody. And so just by simply like, oh, okay, if they watch a video of like, this is random, but like snowboarding.
Yeah.
Let's say your kid really loves snowboarding. Seeing videos of that, they're able to envision themselves
Doing it, no?
doing it. You know, instead of that person in the video is doing a flip, the kid's doing a flip.
And you know, that goes back to what you just said, yung responsibility mo as an influencer.
Yes.
Are you making it about you, or are you doing the flip to encourage other people that they can do it also? Parang yung
I think
ginagawa
you
mo.
just said it perfectly. It's like I do the things that I do to show to people, hey, it's possible. Because not too long ago, people were making, or like, you know, life was making it seem like I couldn't do it, you know? And I think that's something that we're constantly going to be faced with, is that idea that we can't, or like we're not enough to do something because, oh, it's like too crazy, or, you know, like it doesn't fit your this. Who cares?
Right.
You know, like you never know. And I think that's the
Ganda,
thing.
ha? Who cares?
Who cares? And I think that's just like what my whole platform is, like just as a whole, is who cares.
So on the let's ride that who cares thing, because I subscribe to that. Pero how do you desensitize yourself or deflect the trolls? Tao tayo eh.
If I don't see it, it doesn't exist.
So binablock mo.
No. You know, my mom actually.
Oh, siya ang nagsiscreen.
She used to be the one to fight every battle in my comments. But
So Arlene, did you tone down?
Oh, now I don't.
I feel like she learned from me.
I learned.
Because she's just like, Hiji, why aren't you talking back?
Kapampangan yan
why
eh.
aren't
Dish
you
palaban
fighting?
yan eh.
Exactly.
And I was just like, Mom, it doesn't.
Once I
No.
was knocking on her door, I was like, you need to answer this comment right now.
As in, but I was so scared for my life. I thought I did something wrong. And she's like that. Like her hand is so heavy. As in. She's knocking like there's no tomorrow, just to tell me there's a hate comment and on my recent post, and be like, why aren't you responding? I'm like, because I don't want to.
Why give them your energy, di ba?
Oh yeah, no. And that's the thing, is that like I'm constantly giving good energy, and if it's not reciprocated, there's no bad blood there.
You know what, ako, I always share what one of my guests said. He was on the podcast. His name's Yael from the band Sponge Cola. He was here. So sabi niya, nung time ng pandemic, they were doing an online show.
Yeah.
And there were thousands of comments about how good the band was.
Yeah.
And there was one person who said a bad comment, and he wanted to react, but then he stopped himself. Kasi sabi niya, wait a minute, kung magre-react ako, dapat magre-react ako dun sa libo-libong nagsabing ang galing. Bakit itong
Why is that the only one that we like
to
take note
react?
of?
Yeah, di ba? Parang
Yeah.
ganun. Dapat yun ang hindi pinapansin. And I agree.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it goes with that whole like metaphor of like sometimes like when people are looking at a donut, they don't look at the donut, they look at like what's missing.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole thing. Is just like we're constantly focusing our energies on all the wrong things. And that's one of them. Is that I feel like if I fall within that trap of like, okay, because I know once I respond to one person,
Oh, tuloy-tuloy na yan.
it never ends from there. Because I'll always be the one, no, you're wrong, you know? And I'll just constantly feel like I'm fighting for my life. And that's
Right.
a feeling that I hate. Like just in general, is feeling like I'm backed up in a corner. And like I'm constantly just fighting to stay alive. And why would I put myself in that position if I could just go past it? You know?
That's true though, di ba? Okay. What's the goal now? You're 19.
Yes.
Your platform is growing. You seem jolly, happy.
Yes.
Are there days where you're just in the room, mag-isa, taking a deep breath, asking yourself what's next? May mga times ba na ganun?
I think instead of thinking, okay, what's next, I just say thank you for what I did that day. Yeah. Because that's the thing, is that we never know what's next. Like I would have never imagined that I would have the platform or be the person that I am today, like a couple years ago, you know? And that's something that like I just really like take with myself, because when I was younger, I was always wishing that I was older, or I was wishing that I was somebody else. And I feel like if I could go back in time, I wish I could go back to that time and really just like live life for what it is at the moment and appreciate the youthfulness that I had. Because now that I'm getting older, like
Nararamdaman mo na.
it's not even like severe yet, but I'm starting to get there. And so that's hence why like I'm just gonna live by that thing constantly, that I'm just grateful for every day. And I'm not gonna worry too much about what's next, and just kind of just be like, I'm grateful even if the next day comes, you know?
So now, how can you change the world?
We could change the world one smile at a time, and just like one deep breath. And then I feel like we all need to practice having empathy, because I feel like empathy allows us to have a different kind of understanding, not only for ourselves, but for other people as well. And once we start using that, or like being empathetic, it'll spread like a wildfire. And then eventually it'll be worldwide, where everybody just, okay, you feel that way, but I feel this way, and it's okay. You know, it doesn't have to be like, you feel that way, no, you have to change, no. Like, I don't believe in that kind of way.
Galing, very admirable. Sa amin, winner ka na eh.
Thank you po. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Alyanna Joelle. Posting the links of her platforms in the description below. Please support our very own. And you'll be back, right?
Oh, of course I'll be back. Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe to her TikTok, her IG.
Yes.
And is that it? May Facebook ba? Wala na?
Opo, yes. Everything falls under Alyanna Joelle, and TikTok, it's just Kimihead.
At umayos kayo, yung nanay nanonood ha.